week has been a very interesting week in this country, politically speaking. And a lot of events have happened. Number one, Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Samoei Ruto met for 5 good hours. But the indications are that that meeting achieved nothing. Number two, the allies of the deputy president William Samoei Ruto held a 2-day retreat in Naivasha. Number three, Rafael Tuju issued a communications indicating that the meeting by Tanga in Naivasha had nothing to do with Jubilee Party. Number four, Ferdinand Waititu was impeached yesterday. And number five, which is the subject of this video, is that the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto and the former Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Mwangi Kiunjuri, met for the first time in Kiambu County. And that meeting, in my view, is significant politically speaking. And although these two individuals met during a burial ceremony, what is important is the political significance of that meeting. And also something of note is that in Kiambu yesterday, the deputy president was accompanied by his Tanga brigades. Remember, yesterday, the Kiambu governor was being impeached. So what was the significance of the meeting of Mwangi Kiunjuri and William Ruto in Kiambu? And remember, Kiambu is also the backyard of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And we all remember that on Wednesday, President Uhuru Kenyatta lectured Mwangi Kiunjuri in Nakuru County. But yesterday, the deputy president was accompanied to Kiambu, President Uhuru Kenyatta's backyard, with none other than Mwangi Kiunjuri. So in short, the deputy president was accompanied to Kiambu by Mwangi Kiunjuri. I hope you are understanding that. A man the president lectured, then he was also accompanied to Kiambu by Mwangi Kiunjuri. A man, Mwangi Kiunjuri, a man the president just fired the other day. So what message was the deputy president trying to send to the president? Because in politics, nothing just happened like that. It can't be coincidence that the funeral where the deputy president was attending, the governor for was in Gishu was attending, and in Keleweke, that particular funeral, Mwangi Kiunjuri had to attend. In politics, it doesn't operate like that. That meeting was well intended to achieve certain political objectives. And for us to understand this, let us just go to William Samoei Ruto's Facebook page. Let us just go to William Ruto's Facebook page. I'm just getting it shortly. Let's just go there. William Ruto Facebook page. Let's just go there and see what he posted yesterday. He posted, Ruth Wanjiku Iraya was focused, committed Christian, hardworking, strict disciplinarian, and a lover of education. We celebrate the remarkable life of Mama Iraya. So this woman basically was a businesswoman in Eldoret. But let's just open the photos because we need to understand things. Because in all these photos, there are two photos which were shared there, which are outstanding. There is the photo of William Ruto standing side by side with Mwangi Kiunjuri. And from the photos, from the body language, these are comrades. Another one also shared the area MP, I think. There is Mwangi Kiunjuri, and there is President Uhuru Kenyatta. Sorry, there is the deputy president. I'm giving emphasis to these two photos because those photos, these two photos, I hope you are seeing them. These two photos are intended to achieve certain political objectives. For us to go into those details, I want you to listen to Mwangi Kiunjuri's speech at that particular event. Listen in.
Kama BBI ni yao wenyewe, as if it is their personal property. Ati Kiunjuri akiongea maneno yake, hapana. BBI ni ile tu moja inasugumuziwa at a certain individual. That cannot happen in this Kenya today. Ni kama kuhubiri. Who are you now not to have a conversation with other Kenyans?
Those who are not against us are for us. Kwa hivyo BBI, hata kama ni Kiunjuri ataenda ikianzisha yake huko, it is the same BBI. Tunahubiri BBI moja, sio BBI mbili. Na wacha watu wasugumuze. Jesus himself, wakati alivuka the other side of the lake, alikutana na mtu mmoja alikuwa mwenda wazimu, Legion. If Jesus himself had a conversation with a madman called Legion, possessed with demons, Jesus mwenyewe had time what they discussed. Demon akamwambia, please do not torment me. Na kama anataka kututoa sisi devils tuweke kwa the pit. So Jesus himself even accepted. He sent demons to the pit. Who are you now not to have a conversation with other Kenyans? And all of us are talking about unity of the people. How can you tell us to build bridges when you want to demolish others? My friend, you are demolishing one bridge to build another one. And you still need the other bridge to get to the other side of the road. That cannot happen. Hiyo wajika Kenya wameisha. And that is why we are starting firm. I will start firm to the last minute. Na kupimania hewa tuwashe. If William Ruto is my friend, he remain my friend. And Deputy President, I can assure you one thing. You have one general to the head. Mpaka mwisho. Ukienda upinzani tutaenda pamoja. Ukiunga serikali tutaunga pamoja. Ona tuo Kimani na kazi mingi zaidi.
Now, if you listened to Mwangi Kiunjuri's speech very closely, you'll realize that he's a bitter man to some extent. You also realize that Mwangi Kiunjuri is defiant, because he's saying hawatapimiwa hewa, and he's also saying that they must be allowed to speak, which I think, in my view, is right. And he's also saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta's term must leave office when his term comes to an end. And he's saying even if this was to extend it for the next 20 years, bado watatoka tu. And he gave example of Moi, who ruled for 24 good years. So in my view, that meeting between Mwangi Kiunjuri and the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto in President Uhuru Kenyatta's backyard, because that was the first public appearance, in my view, was meant to send a clear message. Whether that message has been sent or whether that message has not been delivered well, I still don't know. But there's no coincidence that the Deputy President chose Kiambu on a day Ferdinand Waititu was being impeached, a man he's also stood with, to make first public appearance with Mwangi Kiunjuri, a man who the president fired the other day, and also accompanied by Kimani Ngunjiri, a man the president lectured the other day. So in my view, I think the Deputy President wanted to pass the following messages. Number one, the first message, which I think is telling the president and his handlers is that he's ready to push for his own agenda, regardless of what the president thinks or wants. What do I mean? William Ruto is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. In an ordinary circumstance, he would have been sent by the president to deliver his message of condolence to that family. This did not happen. But instead, he made sure that he was accompanied by people the president have no time for. Remember, even Moses Kuria accompanied the DP. Moses Kuria is understandable. He comes from Kiambu. Probably he has interest in politics of Kiambu County. So he's telling the president that I'm going to push my own agenda, whether you support them or whether you don't. Because basically what the president has displayed to the DP is that he's not going to support him. But the DP is now telling him, I'm pursuing this agenda with my own people, whether you like them or you don't like them. That's number one. Number two, I think the deputy president is also telling the president that I'm now ready and I'm taking this war right to your doorstep. And he has done that. The deputy president has done that. Because I believe the deputy president doesn't just wake up and invites Mwangi Kiunjuri, invites Mwangi Kiunjuri to accompany him to an event. Because if you look at that particular event, most members of parliament, almost all of them who were there, were pro Team Tanga Tanga. All of them. And we all know that these Tanga Tanga guys have no time for President Uhuru Kenyatta. They're only displaying it publicly, but deep inside, they don't have time for the president. They've decided that William Ruto will have to be president, whether Uhuru likes it or not. And they can do anything. So that's the second. The third message he was sending was that I'm going to stick with my people. I'm going to stick with my people, even if you victimize them. That explains why he chose Kiambu. Because on that particular day, Waititu was being impeached. He was telling the people of Kiambu, I'm going to stick with your man. You voted for this man. He's my guy. I'm going to stick with him. I'm sure in his public address, the DP might have not mentioned that. But he must have told people when they were maybe taking water or drinking something or maybe eating. He might have told them that I'm going to stick with these guys. He's telling the president that I'm going to stick with Mwangi Kiunjuri, whether you sacked him or not. And I want to give the deputy president credit for that. He has stuck with who was the first? He stuck with Rashid Chesa up to today. He's still stuck with Mike Sonko, because I was even informed that from Kiambu, was it from Kiambu or after a meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta, he went and met Mike Sonko, which means he's also sticking with Mike Sonko. And he's also sticking with Mwangi Kiunjuri, the bad member of parliament. So he's telling the president, you can do whatever you want to these people. You can fire them, you can kick them out of government, you can arrest them, you can kick them out of their positions. But for me, I am going to stick with them. And that's why the presence of Mwangi Kiunjuri, the presence of Mwangi Kiunjuri at that particular event was significant. I don't know what you think, but if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you guys, if you're bumping on this video for the first time, I want you to just take a minute. So a minute is just too long. I just want you to take a second or two and hit the subscribe button, so that next time you produce a video like this, you get notified. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, and may you have a good day.